Okay, I'm here. I wanted to talk about. What is that? Ignore that. I wanted to talk about. What did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about earlier, a little bit earlier, meaning like 30 minutes ago, I was doing some like EFT tapping on myself, and I've been having like these overwhelming emotions for the past week come up, and they've been like super intense to a point where I feel like I cannot move forward with my day-to-day living without having to address and process these feelings, and they keep coming up. And I think I got to the root of it today, and essentially what was bothering me is that I'm still traumatized from my parents' death and what happened, and it has caused me to feel so traumatized to the point where I don't even feel comfortable with living life. Like, I didn't feel comfortable these past 6 years now living life, and in any capacity or way. And I've been trying to make myself, baby, I'm doing a little video. Oh, that was me, not him. This is Shadow. He doesn't like being held too often. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But like, I have for the past 5-6 years tried to make myself get over my parents and move on from my parents, to heal from my parents, to get stronger from my parents. I just didn't want to continue to hold on to it, and I didn't want to continue to be bothered by it, because I just really wanted to get better by means of, I guess, ignoring where I was and how honest I truly felt towards my parents' death and everything. And I realized today, like, that I was so traumatized, and that I was still not completely as healed as I would like to be, and I had to allow myself to be okay with that and to accept that, because I can't exactly heal or get to where I want to get to or be where I want to be if I'm not accepting where I am now. And so I was tapping on that, and then I realized that all the times that I was stressed out and I was fighting within myself and against myself and wondering, why is this happening to me, and why certain things would still happen, or wondering or thinking, oh, I thought I outgrew this, I thought I did enough work, why, is this still bothering me? Why are certain things bothering me? Why do I not feel as resilient as I think I should be? And I realized after I tapped on not completely being over my parents' death, that the reason that I was reacting like that towards certain situations and myself for the past 5-6 years was because of that fact, was because of the fact that I wasn't completely addressing or acknowledging myself, or the, how do I describe it? I wasn't completely acknowledging the part of me that still needed healing and love from what happened. I was trying to bum rush myself into healing, and I constantly kept ignoring the part of me that still needed more healing and more attention and more love and more understanding and more grace. And that's why I wasn't where I wanted to be. I kept trying to put myself in a place where I kept trying to put myself in a position, I guess, to get to where I want to be, without taking the time in the present moment to allow myself to be where I am, and accepting that, and allowing myself to feel okay with being where I am. That which has led me to it taking longer to get to where I want to go. And I just kind of learned that lesson for real right now, and considering what has happened, I think it might have been a little bit unreasonable to expect myself to be completely over and healed from my parents' death and the trauma of everything that has happened surrounding their death within 5 to 6 years. And granted, I think if I had allowed myself to take as long as I needed to, like 10, 15, 20 years, if I had mentally allowed myself that much grace, I think it might have maybe taken quicker because I wasn't putting any pressure on myself. So I just kind of learned that for myself today, to accept myself where I am at right now. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be where you want to be, but don't put the pressure on yourself that you have to be there right now, because it kind of just stunts your growth and it stunts your freedom to expand and to relax and rest and acknowledge and learn where you are at right now. So that's where I'm at right now. And if I take another 5 years, I think that's more than okay. I have allowed myself to do a lot of work towards healing and towards addressing my parental wounds and the way they passed, and I think maybe I need to allow myself to completely breathe through and acknowledge all the things that happened surrounding and after their death, like lawyers and family drama and being kicked out of the family and having money and my mother's possessions stolen from me after she passed away from her brother. And I was enraged at him for a very long time. I was deeply enraged at him for a really long time, and part of me just feels like, oh, like he doesn't deserve any energy from me to be enraged with him still. But I think it's just more so I don't want to even hold rage within my system at all. And it feels like my whole life is resetting to an extent, but also I'm hoping it resets, because the last time it reset, it was during my parents' death, and I just feel desperate for a change, if I'm being honest. I would really like a positive life altering change. My parents' death was one. It's just I don't like staying what feels like the same place for too long, and maybe I just again need to be patient, and that's just my mind trying to jump on where do I want to be, where do I need to be, I need to be there now, I need to be there now, I need to be there now. And I think I just have to allow myself to acknowledge where I am and honor where I am, and also honor that I do want to go somewhere and let myself take steps towards that. I just get, I think, worried that if I acknowledge where I am for too long, then I'll be stuck where I am, and that's what I don't want, you know? But when I acknowledged where I was and I completely accepted everything for what it was, that's like it literally, I accepted everything for what it was. And I started to accept everything for what it was like a week before my parents passed. So, like, in my head, it feels as if I were to accept everything the way it is, then I would have like a drastic negative life-changing shift again. And I mean, my parents' death has provided me so many wonderful, beautiful, amazing things. It wasn't completely bad, but it was traumatic, and I'm still holding on to the negatives, and that's just what I don't want anymore. I don't want to hold on to the negatives, and I would like to somehow infuse all of it with love and understanding so that I can rewrite my story and my nervous system and my brain and just move forward in life with more love like I want, you know? And it's okay to cry. But I'm gonna cry off camera because I don't know you too well. But thank you for listening. And I hope somehow this helps you. Because a part of me doesn't want what I went through to go in vain, even though I've been told nothing in the universe is wasted. I don't know, I just feel like I want to help somebody with what I went through. To at least feel like what I went through was somehow valuable. So thank you for listening if you've listened this far.